What's happening, Wisdom Warriors? Back at it for another video. So, I dropped a short earlier today, a few hours ago, essentially on um, the Matrix. And, do you feel like it's kind of, this is actually kind of off the back of that topic. As I had a chance to be still with myself. This came as a download that I need to share this. And like I said, off the back of the Matrix short. And I also want to just mention in the beginning of this video, if you have not liked the video, subscribed, commented, or shared, please do, because you're helping this community to grow. You're helping us to reach more and more people. We have seen the subscriber count go up in the last week, and I would be deeply grateful and thankful from the bottom of my heart to yours if you subscribe, like, comment, share, so we can get this content out to the world and to every person. And don't forget, I've said this in previous videos, just by you liking a video, you're helping somebody else because you're getting it in the algorithm so that we can get more people to notice the videos and the content. Again, we have a small reach right now because we have 29 subscribers. But I'll tell you this, I'm proud to say that one of the videos that I did post at the beginning of the year hit over 300 something views, which is amazing. And I'm deeply grateful. Even though we have 29 subscribers, it's an actual video. It's not a short, which the shorts seem to reach more people. We actually reached 300 something people from that video. And it was the 2023 feeling. What are you feeling, or something of that effect? I know it. I know in the beginning of it, it had 2023 in it. So if you want to check that video out, check it out. But please like, comment, subscribe, share just to one person. You're helping so many other people because then they have the opportunity to find this content. And we get placed in the, search so they can find us. I know a lot of people are saying this on their YouTube channels and it gets old, but I'll tell you what, if you watch the amount of views compared to the amount of likes, people just view it and then they don't do anything. And they're just consuming the content and then they're not sharing it out to others. They're not spreading it by liking it. Just by you consuming all this content on YouTube and you not actually taking action and clicking the like button, you're just consuming all day, instead of, you know, uh, adding to it, adding to the change. So, that's why we have to keep reiterating, please like the video if you like it. Please just don't view it and then go on about your day. Please like it and throw a comment in there because you're helping somebody else too by commenting about your journey and your story and what you feel about the video and how it helped you, or how you went through something that somebody else now can read maybe a year later and get something out of it because now they're going through what you went through. You know, it's all a domino effect. We're all connected. We're all one. We all help one another. And, of course, we've been conditioned not to believe that, that we're separate. And, everybody outside of us is evil and you can't trust them and this and that. When in actuality, we're all one. We're all connected. We're all love. A lot of us are, um, you know, moving from the ego, and that's exactly why, and old patterns and old trauma. But listen, man, at the end of the day, we're all love and we all want love. And that's why when something tragic happens, the entire planet comes together and tries to help and serve because we do have deep down heart and compassion and empathy. The jealousy and the comparing with each other and, trying to, one up somebody else or your neighbor or a friend or a family member, like I need to have more things than they do, or I need to have more expensive or a bigger place than they do. When in actuality, in the end, we don't need all of that. We don't need any of that. We just need ourselves, love, connecting, coming together, helping one another, treating each other with good kindness and compassion and empathy and love. Again, you're not going to do that with everybody because you're not going to get along with everybody, and that's just natural, and not everybody is on the same page at every moment. We're shifting and changing every moment and every second. So, it's natural for that to happen and for you to grow apart and for you not to feel like, you don't fit in, or you don't agree with this person, or they don't agree with with what you're saying, or they don't understand you. That's okay. Not everybody is going to, you know, but as long as you understand yourself, that's what counts, you know. And I want to keep reiterating that this is a safe place for you to come and comment and feel safe to do so, and that nobody's going to judge you and ridicule you and put you down for what you're going through or what you went through, or your journey. This is a safe place, and I want to keep saying that because I urge you to comment, and I urge you to start connecting with each other, and as the community grows and as we light a fire under Wisdom Warriors, and as the divine comes in and just catapults this, because it will happen. you know they're here, they're already waiting to find this channel and this content. And it'll happen at the exact right time when they need it, and when you need it or somebody needs it. And that's how it works. And I was going to come on. It's funny, man. I had an actual, right before I hit the record, I had a plan for what I was going to talk about, and this is what comes through. So we go with it, we go with the flow, and we just go with it, man. And this is what's coming through, and coming through with passion and compassion and empathy. And I love you all so much. And like I said, if you haven't liked the video, please like it, please comment, please subscribe. We're building this amazing community where we all can come together and share our journey and our wisdom, because we're all wisdom warriors at the end of the day. We all have wisdom to bring to the table. We all have our journey, our experience, what we went through. And it's all unique to your own, like mine is. That's your signature. That's what you've gone through and what you've learned. Nobody's is going to be exactly like yours. And there's people that will tell you, well, I had the same situation as you and I went through the same thing. No, you weren't in my shoes. You didn't walk my path. You don't know what I went through. Everybody's different. Everybody's unique. We all have different experiences, and that's what makes us different. And that's what makes this world so beautiful, because we all can share our unique experiences to help one another. And then people say, man, that sounds so familiar. Like, I really needed to hear that right now. And I find that all the time happening, that I'll stumble upon, or something will find me, a message that somebody posted or a video that I needed to hear, that just resonated deeply with me in that moment. And it was meant to happen. That was meant to happen. It was not an accident, and we continue to, um, you know, uh, find these messages when we need these messages, when we need to hear that. When somebody stumbled upon at the gas station, and they had a message for you, or you flipped some channels and all of a sudden there was a message in the commercial or on the news or on some show that you're watching, or a movie that had a message to bring to you. This is not an accident. It's all divinely guided and planned so perfectly and precisely. It's amazing and unbelievable, that we can even, you know, get a little cut, a paper cut, and bleed, and it heals itself. If you don't think that's magic, if you don't think that is miraculous and amazing, then do some more breath work, because it is. Maybe you're not in the present moment. Maybe you're on your phone too much. Maybe you're in technology too much. Maybe you need to go in nature because nature is beautiful. You know, the trees sit there and the leaves fall off, and then the leaves come back, and the trees sit there through winter with nothing on it, and they stand there, you know, through the cold and through the heat and through whatever the conditions keep changing, and they're still there standing tall and proud and giving us oxygen to breathe, you know, and cleansing the air and the plants, you know, and they're still out there. They're still, standing strong with their roots, regardless of whatever the conditions are, and they don't complain, and they just stand there and weather the conditions, no matter what the conditions are. And it's like, wow, you when you really really think about it, and you walk past the tree that had green leaves in the spring and the summer, and then in the winter and the fall, the leaves changed and they were colorful, and then they fell off, and then it began all over again, and it's beautiful. It's like your nails on your hand. You cut them and they grow back. You cut your nails on your feet and they grow back. You shave your head or your face and it grows back. I mean, if that's not miraculous and beautiful and powerful and amazing, I guess we've become so accustomed to it happening that we take it for granted, just like I spoke about on a previous video about living in a tropical area, and when everyone has pools everywhere, you take it for granted that you have a pool. And then when you move to an area where it's not really that way anymore, and you have seasons, and most of the year it's cold, you begin to realize how you took it for granted because it was there all the time. Just like your nails, just like your hair. Oh, this is monotonous. This is mundane. I keep shaving the hair on my face. I keep shaving my head. I keep shaving my neck or whatever you shave. I keep cutting my nails and they grow back. It's mundane. I'm used to just doing that. I take it for granted. Excuse me. I take it for granted. I take it for granted that I eat food every day, you know? And so, these are things that we 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 take for granted, and things that we don't cherish, and things we don't show appreciation for. And then you have people in other countries that I know are going to find these videos and don't have those things that we have at our disposal, and so I don't know where I began with this, but the bottom line is, man, show deep gratitude. Start thinking of deep gratitude for everything, man, because this life is short. It is short. I realized it when my father passed. As long as it felt when I was going through it, it was fast. And then when the time happens and they're gone, whoever that may be in your life, you then realize and say, well, I wish I did this or I did that, or I had the opportunity to do this or say this. And, you know, you can still do it. I've talked about it on the video. You could speak it to the universe. You could speak it out loud. You can write a letter and burn it, whatever you wanted, but do it safely and away from a house, and make sure you have water or a fire extinguisher next to you. But, there's a lot of ways you can do it. It doesn't have to be face to face, but it is nice to be able to hug that person and tell them that you love them face to face, and give them a deep hug and squeeze them tight. And, it is nice to be able to do that versus just speaking it, out. But we have to realize that spirit is all around us, and spirit is guiding us, and everything is supposed to happen the way that it happens, or it wouldn't have happened. It's to help us to grow and evolve. And I started to think about this, about my life as I reflect. every day, and how these different situations have kind of, prepared me for the next step, or the level up, or the or that that next that relationship that's coming in. All of these things, if I was the way I was 10 years ago, which I will talk about on here as we go deeper into the channel, and whatever comes through, like I've always said. But what's interesting is, 10 years ago, I wasn't prepared for a relationship. I just wasn't, even though I wanted it and I needed it at the time. Now I don't need it, but I want it, because I want that relationship to grow with, to evolve with, to learn from, to teach each other, to travel, to have fun, to also experience the downs and the ups, and the ups and the downs, and just everything, just to experience that connection that we so deeply search for. Because the one thing I heard in somebody being channeled, that when they passed away, they realized that the one thing that they miss is the touch, human touch, and human connection. And that's something we haven't been getting enough of in 2020, starting in 2020, but even prior to that, because it was leading up to more virtual anyway. But that is one thing that she said she misses, is human touch and connection, and that feeling of massaging somebody's head that you're romantically in a partnership with, and that the sensations you experience, or the sensations you experience from tasting food, or eating food, or just the smell of the cool, crisp air on a winter day, or that warm air and that sun on your skin, in the summertime, or even in the cool temperatures, and you feel that warm sun on your skin. You don't get that in the spiritual realm. There's nothing like that. It's so magical and amazing, and but we forget about all these amazing things that life brings us. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it at, guys, and gals. I hope that you got something out of this, as always. I hope that you start looking at things in a different way, because the one thing I can say, and this is where I'm going to end it, is we have to be the change within to see the change without outside of us, right? So we have to begin to change within if we want to see the change outside of us, and if you want to see peace and serenity and calmness, then you have to have that within. You have to find that within, which can be through meditation, through breath work, through sitting in stillness with yourself, with going out in nature without technology, with no phone, and just be with yourself and nature. You begin to see the peace around you, not only internally, but externally. And then you begin to attract those people that are grounded and peaceful and sovereign, and so that's really important, that you adopt those habits if that's what you're looking to have and looking to accomplish and looking to experience. But as you're doing that, you're helping the collective to change, because we're all connected, we're all one. So you're helping the planet to change by changing you within. And that's the biggest change you can give the planet and the world and humanity as a whole. That's the biggest thing you can do for us all, is do the deep inner work, do the shadow work, do the tough stuff, like breaking through those fears, and realizing that they're not really fears, that they were just maybe projected on you, or they were taught to you as you were growing up, or, you had traumatic experiences. Not to say that they're not real, but we are powerful beings that are not meant to live in those experiences and those fears. And so every day I'm working on the inner work. I wake up early and I begin my day with meditation and yoga and breath work and all these different things that a lot of people don't want to lay down and breathe for 28 minutes. It's not, I'm not going to say it's amazing. It is amazing, actually. But when you're breathing through difficulty and trauma and pain and all kinds of things, no, it's not easy. But, the gifts that you receive on the other end are truly magnificent and amazing. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you all so much. I thank you from the bottom of my heart to yours for listening, for following, for subscribing, for sharing, for commenting, for liking, for whatever you do to put your energy into on this channel. You're helping it to grow. You're helping more and more individuals to find this content, and you're helping the world change. You're helping us change the planet as together, and it's a beautiful thing, man, where we're headed and where we are already. But that is if you believe that, you know. If you don't believe that and you just believe that your world is full of chaos and chaoticness and fighting and war and all of that, then that's what you're going to see in your world if that's what you believe. Change what you believe, change where you come from and work on that deep inner work and you will see the change. It starts within, man. It starts within. It starts up here too, changing the thoughts, not attaching to those thoughts, not giving them energy, just watching them go up and down the river, without attachment to it. And that will change your world. Every day is a learning process. Every day is full of growth. Every day we have to work on our inner self. That's why we came here. And we all chose to come here. You know, we all chose, or you wouldn't be here. So, again, please like, please subscribe, please share, please comment, do it all. Help the channel grow. And I love you all from the bottom of my heart, from my heart to yours. Thank you again for listening and watching. And until next time, I love you, Wisdom Warriors. Let's go.